Today we're trying to fit this OBDLink LX with a link cable to my Yamaha Tenere. Now this is a On Board Diagnostics unit, and it plugs into this little 4-pin socket in the Tenere. That's why you need this special cable here, and pretty easy to find just under the seat. Connect it up and plug it in, and once that's in there, let's have a look at what's in the box. Get a little instruction manual, tells you what to do, and the actual unit itself. A little green thing, usual OBD port, and some diagnostic lights and a button. And clicks on pretty simply, just like that. Sorted. Right, instructions: download the app, start the engine, plug the unit into the OBD port. So you need to start the engine first, right? Then push the pair button. Once you've done that, you do the pairing stuff on your phone with the OBDLink app. So let's get that downloaded. There it is. Select your adapter. Start the engine. I didn't bother starting it, and just turn the ignition on to get power over to the unit itself. Right, press the continue button. This is the first time I did this, by the way, so you're seeing it kind of live. Now you plug the thing in, and you can see you've got a power light on there, and the Bluetooth light is on as well. So, continue. Make sure the power LED is on. Yeah, it is. Happy days. Next thing. Continue. Really good instructions here, actually. Press the pair button. There's a little diddy button, very small. Press that. And press continue on the app. And yeah, as guided setups go, it's really good. This bit, you have to just wait a minute for it to find the Bluetooth signal from the OBD link, and press connect. And that's the pairing request to the phone. Now you get a little progress thing. The phone's stored into the unit, and the unit talks to, it's actually a bike, but let's not worry about it. And use location. Couldn't quite figure this out, why it needs location. I think, anyway, let's not worry. You can't not do it. So, and then you've got to register. You've got to put in your email address and all that kind of stuff. Once you've done that, you can add vehicle details and name and all this kind of stuff in. Now, there's no Yamaha in there, so you just got to add it in manually, which only takes a few minutes. And you get a whole load of other parameters, like fuel cost per unit, $3. I don't know who they're kidding. But you just add this stuff in manually. And then you've got a dashboard. Looks like this. And you can change all of these different gauges and settings, and there's loads of different ones, and digital ones and analog ones and all sorts of things in the OBDLink app itself. And then diagnostics, right? Fantastic. You can actually look at all your trouble codes. You could plug this thing into your car as well. The key thing about this unit is it does not drain the power when the car is switched off or the bike is switched off. A bunch of logs as well. All very nice. Trip stats, files, things. Probably never use them, but anyway, they're there if you want them. And now we're going to link it to drive mode dashboard and see if that works. So drive mode dashboard is an app that provides complete offline mapping, whole sort of full color dashboard, and it also now has an OBD connectivity capability as well. So we just leave that on auto for setting OBD up, let it figure itself out, and then you say, well, which Bluetooth device is the OBD one? So you've got a list of them, a whole bunch of stuff here that's Bluetoothed on my phone, and that's that. Yeah, let's check it's in there. Yes, it is. And then you can see after a minute it's connected. It's got a little blue Bluetooth dot at the top. Throttle sensor is working, so that's the throttle sensor there. So it means everything is connected, which is very cool. So turn it off and put the bike all back together. But before we do that, we want to check that it does actually switch off. So I left the bike for a few minutes, came back, and it had cut itself off. So it detects there's no activity and turns itself off. Other OBD units I've had before, they drain power continuously and you end up with a flat battery. So this one's very clever, it turns itself off. There we go, you can just cable tie it onto the frame there. Right, so let's have a look and see what we've got here then. So we've got a kind of dashboard actually up and running. So I had to upgrade the firmware on the OBD connector, and it seems like you have to manually connect it. So let's just go away from these weird people. So this is the OBDLink dashboard screen that we've got on here. This has got revs on there, it's got miles an hour from somewhere, it's got engine temp, battery, and it's got fuel rate, which I'm sure is wrong because I didn't configure that. So that's all very exciting. So let's get past all these people. Try to crash. Oh, marvellous, look at that. But so far, it's actually connecting to the phone, which is quite epic. So, pretty pleased with that. I did have to manually connect it. It should automatically connect. So I think I'm just going to have to tell it I want to run drive mode dashboard. Drive mode dashboard doesn't think it's connected to a Bluetooth connection. Now I think this is because the other dashboard thing is running, so you see there's a little red Bluetooth symbol there. See, this is where it all goes horribly wrong. Select device, it knows I want it. Auto start OBD connection, that says. Maybe we just kill the app and let's start again, because we have been fiddling around a little bit here. So let's see if it knows to pop up. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I think having the other app running and then having this app running at the same time, so the OBDLink app and then the drive mode dashboard running straight after it, I think there's only one thing can connect to Bluetooth at a time. Anyway, this is now connected. I've got AFR 0.8. I've got no gears, no miles an hour, but I've got some revs. Look, got revs. I've got battery voltage, and I've got 85 degrees. So, and the speed I've set to run off the GPS, not to run off the bike. Look at that. I think I'm in gear 3, but I'm actually in gear 4, so there's some rather mathematical gear ratio setup that you've got to fiddle with. So we'll give that a try in a bit as well. Alright, we're in the centre of glamorous Guildford, and the gear ratios that are showing on drive mode dashboard are wrong, so it's showing the wrong gear basically. But they do give you a quite interesting looking gear ratio assistance, and basically you ride along, and when the gear ratio stabilizes, then you change to the next gear and so on, and it's meant to calculate the gear ratio for you. It sounds a bit like wizardry to me. So yeah, I don't know if you can see it on the screen here, but it's calculating the revs and the speed to get the gear ratio, and it will then apply it and figure out what gear you're actually meant to be in. Can't be bothered to sit behind this guy. Let's do that. So I need a kind of nice long straight bit to try this out and to get into first gear. So let's see if we can do it one gear. Next gear. Okay, and now up to second, and it thinks it's 0.009. Next gear. Third gear. Oh, bollocks. I'll have to. Oh, really? What? 8 years later. Right, let's hook it up to 6th. Okay, so there's 6 and 0.021222. There, okay. So I've now got, bloody hell, it has actually worked. I've now got the right gear showing on drive mode dashboard. Holy moly, that's quite amazing. This is all very boring. Some people sitting in a line. So it knows I'm in first, which is good. Let's go around here. There's no point sitting behind them, is there really? There we go. Right, so does it know I'm in neutral? No. The key question, of course, is do you need an OBD based phone app running when you've got all the information on your actual screen anyway? So the answer is probably no, but I think there's quite a few extra little variables you can have a look at on drive mode dashboard that we'll see momentarily. Right, let's just have a quick look at what we can set up on here. So the gear ratios, they're pretty, well, they're a lot better than they were. Look, you can set up, holy moly, oil temperature, fuel rail load, intake temperature, O2 sensor, timing advance. Wow, what do we want? I don't know. Oil temperature. How cool. Fuel level. Okay, I'm guessing that's a calculated fuel level because I've got loads of fuel and it's showing I haven't got any. That's coolant temperature. Okay, that's good. That's the rev range. I don't know what's yellow. Why has it gone yellow? There's a rotated view. Let's just see if we go OBD sensor. So you've got a different setup here. Right, well there we go. That's all very exciting. It seems to work with the OBD sensor, and the OBD sensor does not consume power once the bike is off. It sits for a little bit, figures out there's nothing going on and turns itself off, which is awesome. Just a quick update for you after a couple of rides. I've got it configured with coolant temp and outside temp and battery voltage, as well as speed from the GPS at the same time, throttle position as well. The gear indicator is pretty useless, but I've got to say with the Carpe Ita controller, it's quite good. I mean, I've had a couple of connection issues. It might just be me getting used to it, so I need to figure that out, but overall, worth a look.